Hey, what's up, guys? Man, I forgot what I was doing. I gotta go back to the house. Hey, what's up, guys? Man, nice to be home. So, it's a nice day out today. Clear skies, sunny, not super hot. It is quite humid. Looks like we had dew last night, and so that's good. We got a few things going on today. Of course, first day back from work, and so it'll be a little foggy and cloudy, but we'll get after something. We're going to get up on Truck X and finish up some of the Airlines. We got some fittings in the bag here. We're going to get up on the Airlines. It looks like we got plenty of cat piss on my parts. I'll let you look at that because that's cool. Yeah. So here we are, and there's plenty of cat piss on that, and that's nice. So, you know, pretty cool. Neighbors' cats come over and piss all over my stuff. It's pretty cool. We're gonna go ahead and get the rest of the Airlines done up on the brakes on X, and we're gonna try and get that truck to where we'll be able to move it. I think I ordered some fittings. Or no, I think I have to go and get some fittings to do the couple of big Airlines, and then I need to finish making the Airlines for the service side, or for the parking side of the brakes. But we'll get you set up. We'll get that tent picked up and set up, and we'll get under there and refresh our memory on what needs to be done. We're going to be getting some wheels and tires this next week. We'll get the truck up on wheels and get the rest of the drive shaft in and get the PTO installed finally, and yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Hopefully we get to start that truck up and move it for the first time under power in 15 years or something, but let's get after it. All right, so I'm just gonna get down here and kind of refresh my memory on what my plans were as far as this this airline. I'm thinking a couple of different ways here. I'm thinking I could come in right about here to a yeah, about there to a 90. That would get me there, and this is the line to the wet tank. So we got this line, which we might want to change. I don't know. It still feels pretty flexible. We got that line, and that comes from their compressor, goes into the dryer, and then this line feeds the wet tank, and then from there it goes on. So I think what we'll do, I put a 90 in here, and I don't think we need a 90 there because I think this will be just fine. Yeah, so I think we'll just take that 90 out and put this other 90 in. Yeah, and then we'll bring the cutter out, cut this off, plug it up in. All right, now we'll bring the cutter out and cut this off, and we'll stick that in there. We want enough to where it keeps it off the frame, but not so much that we can't clip it on. You know, you want to have too much if you're going to make a mistake, then not enough. bring it back. All right. Be nice to get this air system finished. You know, my salesman at Fleet Pride had a family thing happen, and so I didn't get some of the stuff I ordered before I left. So we'll have to wait a little bit to be able to finish this stuff. But not a big deal. Now we're using all DOT brass fittings. You want to use the DOT fittings because they have a burst strength or split strength or whatever you want to call it. That's better than hardware store fittings. So it's always better to do that. All right, see, that's good. Use a zip tie right here. You zip tie these two together. And yeah, that's good. Get this hose here. I'll have to see where that goes. And then these hoses have the potential of rubbing a little bit right there, so we're gonna fix that right now. Okay, right there. There we go. That's good. 9/16. Wow. Damn. Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah. Let me try to organize a couple things right quick in my arms. I gotta take some stuff out to the shop. So, sorry about the angle, but I got some heavy stuff in my hands. It's trying to fall out of my hands because it's kind of round. Boy. Alright, so, what's up, guys? Man, it's scalding hot already. Getting around the fence with full hands, kind of super annoying. Anyways, bright and sunny today, humid. I can feel the humidity stacking up. I'm gotta set down this stuff. Some of the things I got handy, let me show you. Got some wheels and tires for X. And over here, I got brand new alternator for X. And over here, I got this new box. Our friends from Kool sent me this new jump starter. And 6,000 amps. And it's always good to have a jump starter when you're working with old semi trucks and possibly when you're working with old semi trucks and possibly batteries that have been sitting for a while. It's good to have a jump starter. And we're going to do a little test on that today, but let's get you set up. Let's get the hood up on X and let's get this alternator mounted. And then once that's done, maybe we'll play with that jump pack, and then we'll put the wheels and tires on the back of truck X. Let's get after it. Well, we also need to get after putting these new tie downs for the hood on. We got a lot of stuff to do, and we got to start knocking out some of this little stuff. Well, the fasteners are not here, and so that sucks a little bit. We're gonna have to get after that, figure out where those are, but for right now we'll set this alternator on here. We've got a couple of wires. Looks like we got a couple of grounds. We got quite a bit of wiring to do to this thing yet. You know, we'll get after all of that stuff. And then we'll look at Betty, because I think Betty has the same alternator mount. And so we'll look at that. And we'll see what belts we have on there. Looks like the belts are just shorties that go from the water pump to the alternator. I think the ones on Betty might incorporate more, but I just can't remember. So we'll see if we can find this bolt for down here, and we'll test and see which one's positive, which one's negative, and then we'll order some belts if it's the same setup as we have on Betty. All right, so we're gonna put this back up here. We're gonna put it the right direction though. No sense in putting it out backwards and not having, you know, not being able to get a belt on it. That'd be dumb. Okay, a little bit of anti-seize. Oops. All right. All right, so what we got is we got the top bolt in, bottom bolt in, and we're going to go ahead and make these a little snugger, and then we'll try and see what we got to hook up. It looks like it's just going to be, this will be positive, and this one over here will be negative, and then this also be negative here. I'm not sure where that goes. I'll have to look right quick. Just goes down to the block. Yeah, so we'll have two on the negative, one on the positive. All right, I'll bring you right back. Okay. Dang it. Okay. All right. So let's go look at Betty. All right. So I'm not really sure about how that top adjustment goes, but I think it's right. Looks like we're needing a 9570 HD as far as the belts go, and then so we'll get those coming tomorrow, and we'll get those on. We got a lot of stuff to do as far as under the hood wiring, and we don't have a wiring diagram for this truck, so basically we'll be lost. But we'll get Bill over here and we'll get started on electrical. We got to replace the headlights, and we're gonna try and fix the fender on the other side. I don't know how that's gonna work out. Yeah. So yeah, that's it for under the hood. I think it's gonna be a scalding one today. So I think what we'll do is we'll get started on these wheels and tires. And the way we're gonna start is putting some anti-seize on those studs. Put enough on so when we run those nuts on, it covers the whole stud in anti-seize. Because we don't want these studs rusting. All right, let's get one of these wheels down. It's a warm one today. Sweating right through my shirt already. Downfalls of summertime here in northwest Georgia. And apparently all over the world. I mean, all over the United States. It's pretty hot right now. So what we're doing is we're just reheating the earth back up. After that long duration wet season we had. All right. Good thing I ate my coffee for breakfast, so I have energy to get these wheels down. Now it's important when you let these wheels down that you get them down straight, because you catch them on the corner and they'll get out of control pretty quick. Air holders for right now until Seth buys some new rubber. I'm glad I talked him into going with super singles. You know, a lot of you guys don't like super singles, but you know, they're my favorite. And so they got to be Seth's favorite too, right? So we may end up getting these polished, but we're not sure. Might wait till we get the tires, and then we'll get them dismounted, acid washed, polished, and remounted. You know, we always get new lug nuts. It's just kind of a thing we do here at the Pretty Ranch, because there's no sense in fighting some old lug nuts when new ones are fairly inexpensive, you know. These are torqued between 450 and 500. We know from experience that we tighten to an average of 400 with 3 Ugga-Duggas. It's hard to call it an Ugga-Dugga with this fast. Well, so typical springtime fashion out here in Georgia. The camera set itself on fire and shut down, so I'm not really sure at what point it decided it was going offline, but yep, it's offline. So it is hot out, there's no doubt about that. We'll resume from the other side in the shade. Watch me do the actual install. Unfortunate, because I don't remember any of the stuff we talked about, but it's okay. Something's biting me on the back. Okay. Shitty part about getting out here in the morning is the sunrise. Whew. Bakes you to death. Oof. Warm one today, boys. Warm one. Boy. Maybe we'll go this way. We'll put this one on the end first. Yeah. Whew, it is hot, dude. Hot. So I am out of shape. I've been lazy for a year, and you know, I was worried about my health and getting control of my blood sugar and diet, that I just completely lost sight of exercise. So I'm really out of shape, but according to my latest blood work, I'm physically or medically sound. So this next month we'll start getting back on track cardiovascularly, and yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Working on having some spare wind, if you will. Can't get straight on this one. And so I have a little bit of difficulty. There we go. There we go. Whoa. Hopefully you can still see. All right, nice. Get a box or two of nuts. So just like the previous side, we're going to put nuts on, tighten it up. It is hot out here, guys. Holy cow. Even though it's early, I'd say it's already mid 80s, and the sun is just brutal. You know, probably should have the other part of the shop open and be enjoying a fan right now, and so that's kind of my fault that isn't the situation. Sure is nice work with brand new fasteners, I'll tell you that much. Nice. I think we'll probably hand polish these. Got a little corrosion on them, and that's from taking the nuts off, I'm sure. But yeah, Kool-Aid. Yep, that's a good spot. All right, Last one. We'll get the jack out here. Jackhawk 9000. Whew, it's hot. All right, oof. Nice. These are recaps, which is ironic, but that's why the sidewall's got some cracks in it. Not deep, dangerous cracks, but age, you know, the things. When people get rid of their wheels or their tires to the recapper, they get about 150 bucks, maybe probably $100 per tire back. And you know, it's pretty good. Then you don't got to pay. All right, 2 minutes. All right, let's see if we can get this done while that camera's getting hot over there. So, use our finger. So it gets tight. And then use the handle. There we go. Get over here and we slowly let it down. Okay. There's one axle on the ground.